Dealing with any mental health issue is an extremely difficult thing because, first of all, I think that most people don't have an idea how it feels like. They tend to think that it's not serious because it cannot be seen, and they haven't been through that, so they don't know how difficult it is when you're depressed, when you're anxious, when you're dealing with any kind of trauma, and you can't have a normal life or you can't look forward to being alive. They don't understand how it's debilitating. It feels too heavy, and there are a lot of very difficult emotions that come with that. So I think it's first of all, dealing with a mental health issue in the first place is difficult, and now when it comes to the misunderstanding, the stigma associated to it, it's even more difficult because it's true that many people will judge you, many people will think you're faking it, many people will think that you're exaggerating. You will get lots of free advice. Some people will tell you that you need to be grateful, some people will tell you that you need to stop thinking or just rely on prayer. There are all kinds of things which people will tell you to do, and they don't seem to understand that depression, for example, is not a question of gratitude. When you are depressed, you're not in a position to appreciate anything that life has to offer. You don't care about life, you don't look forward to anything, you don't have any drive, any desire, any interest, any passion inside of you, and that's so difficult to deal with. You wake up in the morning, you don't want to be alive, you don't understand like how you will get through the day. You feel like you are a loser, you don't have any faith in yourself, you can't look at yourself in a mirror sometimes. You feel like people cannot do anything for you, so you don't see any point in sharing your problems with people. Of course, not all of that are not true. It's just your mind tricking you and making you feel like there is nothing worthwhile out there. But still, I feel like even though we have come a long way when it comes to eliminating stigma around mental health, we still have a lot of work to do. When I hear people complain about their suffering and illness all the time, physical illness, things which can be seen, can be felt, can be which are tangible. But when it comes to suffering inside, feeling depressed, feeling anxious, dealing with PTSD, OCD, or any kind of other mental health issue, you might seem like you are okay, but you have the right to be suffering. People don't have the right to tell you that your suffering is legitimate or not. People don't have the right to invalidate your feelings, and when that happens, it can be extremely hurtful and hard. When people make you feel guilty for suffering or for saying that you're not okay, and I stand for that. That's probably the biggest cause of my life. I'm a huge advocate for mental health, having dealt with that myself since a young age, I won't lie. And again, what's tragic is that you need to feel apologetic as if for being someone who deals with depression, for example. But why? Why should you feel ashamed or afraid? You haven't committed a crime. In fact, you need compassion, you are worthy of admiration because you're so brave dealing with something as debilitating as depression and then still going on about your life and trying to have a normal life. I think you're the biggest hero. You deserve a big pat on the back. You deserve a hug. You deserve love, affection, tenderness, patience, gentleness, name it. You deserve it. Of course, you don't have to expect people to give it to you because most people won't understand. People will think that you're just faking it and making a drama, seeking attention. I have heard all of that so many times from people close to me, and do I blame them? They don't understand how it feels, so for them it's a legitimate reaction. But what I do in cases like that, I prefer to avoid such people altogether. There are some people in your life, it might be your family, it might be anyone, who are not good for you. And if you cannot eliminate them from your life, you have to really put some boundaries and just stop giving them a second chance. Stop thinking that they have changed. Stop doing things for them and letting them walk all over you. Just cut them off as much as you can. That's something that you have to do, even if it's hard. Sometimes you have to accept that people who are closest to you maybe are worse for you, they're not good for you. So again, when it comes to mental health, perhaps one thing that can help is to stick by your own side, come what may. Every time you find yourself caught up in any kind of a difficult situation where no one can understand you, where you feel like things are out of control, just pause and think of you as your own best friend or as a child whom you love, and ask yourself, like, what can I do to make myself not feel worse or feel slightly better? Is there something I can do? Maybe I can just allow myself to be vulnerable and cry, or I can journal or read or go out, walk in a garden, play with an animal, or not do anything, hang out with my best friend, pray to the Lord, talk to the universe, anything that is right. Just do that and stop trying to please people or expect people to understand. Most people are not going to understand and they are not going to care. So you don't have to care about such people either. People are hurting you over and over again, and you're going out of the way to do something for them. But if you're getting hurt when you see how they are responding, then you have the right to walk away. In fact, I would say that you need to just cut these people off from your life. These toxic people don't deserve you, so don't feel guilty for saying no. Just put yourself first and don't think about them. Just let them deal with their own karma.